and we'll pull up
I have
the
a charger.
test for you so you can look at it. And it's not that difficult. Of course, some of y'all can break an amble with a banana, but make sure you get the 4.1 and 4.2 test and homework done before Monday. And we'll just go ahead and pull it up, and you can look at it. I'm not going to do every single problem because there's a lot of repetition on this one. Because there's not much. I'll just show you, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So here we go.
Do you know who Zach Galifianakis is?
Where did that come from? Okay, let's go over that again. What? Do I know who? What?
Zach Galifianakis.
Is that a student or what?
No, he's a famous actor.
I've never heard of him.
Galifianakis?
Well, you sound just like him.
What?
You remind me of him. You sound just like him.
I hope that's not an insult.
Have you not seen the campaign with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis?
I do not. Will Ferrell creeps me out.
Well, it's the other guy. Look him up.
No, I'm scared to. If I get offended, then you're going to fail the class, and then we'll end up. No, let's not do that. All right. Let's go with, if you look at your overall grade one day, I'm not going to go over those. I think y'all can handle those.
Mr. Hubert?
Yes.
I cannot see
Hold
your
on.
board.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. There we
Thank
go. Here it comes. All right, there's the first one. X squared minus 1/5 x minus 4 divided by 5x minus 1. I'll go ahead and write it on the board so y'all can see it a lot better. So 5x minus 1, or you can say x squared minus 1/5 x minus 4 divided by 5x minus 1. So 5x minus 1, so x to the first, x to the 0, so that's okay, into x squared minus 1/5 x minus 4. So it looks like everything is pretty much what? There. We don't have to substitute anything because this is x to the 0. That's x to the 1, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0. So nothing's missing. So after I check to see if nothing's missing, I erase those exponents so y'all don't sit there and go, we have to write those exponents. So I'm going to go ahead and erase them so you won't say that. There. So now we just do it. How many times will 5 go into 1? Good job. I was expecting all y'all to sit there and go, I have no idea. 1/5 what? X. So what's 1/5 times 5? And what's x times x?
1 squared.
And what's 1/5 times negative 1? Negative 1/5 x. What do we always do? We always subtract. So that's going to make this a negative and make that a positive. And what happens to this? That goes out. And what's 1/5 x? Negative 1/5 x plus 1/5 x?
0.
And negative 4 comes down to help out. And since negative 4 is less than 5x minus 1, you have a remainder of 4. That's one way to write the answer. Or you could say 1/5 x, comma, or plus, whatever you want to, negative 4 over what? 5x minus 1.
That's how they do it in the...
Okay, here they give you a multiple choice, so hopefully you don't screw that up.
What do we do if we do?
Don't tell anybody because it's a pretty simple problem. So which one is it? Somebody tell me which one is it? It looks like
Option
it's
two.
either A or D.
D. No, it's A, it's A.
Say,
Oh, I didn't see the take.
let's check it so we can keep going. There we go. We're 100% correct. We feel good about ourselves. That's only on the teacher's edition, so y'all can't check your answer. So I knew somebody was fixing to ask that. Next. Next.
Mickey Mouse.
Next. It's not supposed to clump them up like that. I hope they don't clump up like that on y'all's test.
Normally, kind of.
Do they?
It kind of clumps up like 3 at the beginning.
Okay, it's not supposed to. But anyway, the comprehensive graphs, blah, 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 shown. Okay, now, there's 2 or 3 questions on this test that you need to be very careful when you read it. Right here. Which of the graphs cannot be a what? Cubic function. So I want you to look at them. Which one is not a cubic function? Alpha and no, all of them. These that's a cubic. That's a cubic, and that's a cubic. So A. Why is A not a cubic function?
Because it goes back up.
Because the ending behavior goes which way? The same direction. We talked about ending behavior. What does opposite? That's a cubic function. So that would be opposite, opposite, opposite. This is going which way? The same direction. So that's a quartic function. Let's check it so we can feel good about ourselves.
I don't feel good about it.
Okay, I read the question wrong.
It should be calculated.
Did I read the question wrong? Which of the graphs cannot be a cubic polynomial function? Reckon I need to type in a capital A? Okay, I'm confused. That's a cubic function, that's a cubic function, and that's a cubic function. I don't understand why. Which of the graphs cannot be that of a cubic polynomial function? Not when I do preview. I'm going to say A comma B, but that's not going to be right. That's not right. Look at the ending behavior. Do you see the ending behavior of this function? Okay, that's wrong. That's incorrect. Because the ending behavior, okay, remember I showed you the ending behavior going this way and that way. That is a x to the what function? Even. Okay, and this is that's x to the odd function. So I don't understand how they get B, because look.
It's not a cubic function, maybe it's like
Okay, somebody tell me this. All those arrowheads, which way are they going?
Opposite.
They're going in opposite directions.
Oh, it's because B is negative.
Well, that's not what they're asking. That they're asking a cubic function. That is a cubic function. I don't care if it's negative or positive. That's wrong. But we'll check it again and see. I might have to take that question out because I don't think that's right. If somebody sees that in your homework, you need to let me know or send it to me so I can see. I don't understand that one. That's supposed to be A. Maybe we'll see another one. But this is right. You saw it on the slides. You said, yes, that is negative. But a negative cubic function and a positive cubic function are both a what? Cubic function. So I think that's an error. We'll check it out after we get through the test because this shouldn't take long. All right, y'all do this one. Now, let me tell you what this means if you hadn't figured it out yet. I don't know why they can't just tell you to find the x-intercepts, but 1, 0 is given. Find all the others. Okay? They want you to, okay, this one, forget this one. I got to take this one out too. We didn't cover this. All right, this one's pretty simple. Divide the expression. You may want to use blah, blah, blah. Okay, how do you divide? What's 28 divided by 4?
7.
Okay, so that's pretty simple. 28 divided by 4 is 7. And 6 minus 4 is what? So where is 7x squared? Right there? And hopefully we got that right. Next. Okay, next. Which one of the graphs of the function has a range that is not all real numbers? D. Why? Okay, because they both go up, so that means negative 100 to infinity is the range. See there? Put you a little dot here. See, you have a parameter there. There's not an arrow that goes down. It's a parameter. That's a parameter. You can't go past negative 120. You see what I'm saying? Or negative whatever that is. So these, as Ms. Oots says, these all have what? Arrows that go in what direction? Opposite directions. If you have opposite directions, your range is going to be, and your domain is going to be what? All real numbers. This one, or that's a quartic function, goes in the same direction. Next. All right, this one says, this one's pretty simple. You don't even have, you can use your calculator if you want to. So go ahead and use your calculator. I'm going to pull up my calculator. It'll take me an hour with the mouse to punch it in. So y'all go ahead, let me pull up the calculator right quick. And then y'all, hold on, I'm trying to pull it back up. Give me a second. There we go. All right. And of course, I can't. I'll give y'all a second because I can't type it in over here. Yeah, I can. I guess I can. So y is equal to, I'm going to use 0.5 if that's okay with y'all. 0.5 x quantity to the third minus 5 halves is 2.5 x squared. I would only suggest using decimals when they are definite, when they are rational, meaning it's not what? Repeating, or you don't have repeating or a bunch of numbers that never end. Don't do that. If you have a bunch of numbers that repeat or never end, then you need to put 5 halves in parentheses and raise it to the square, x squared, and 1/2, you put 1/3, like 1/3. If this was 1/3, you don't type in 0.33. You type in 1/3, parentheses, and then x cubed. You capiche? Why? Because you are rounding off that number, and that will throw your graph off. All right, x squared plus 4x plus 4. And of course, it don't take y'all as long to type that in because you're not typing it in with a mouse. So, and of course, you probably need to hit, there it is. And I'm just going to go right to, I'm going to go ahead, no, I'm going to pull up, you can if you want to, I'm going to pull up Zoom box because that's what I like to use and it takes longer. No, I'm just kidding. And I'm going to put a, I can't see on that side, so I'm going to bring it over here. The angle is messing me up. Okay, do y'all see my cursor? There it is. Try to get it in as tight as you can. If you use box, and there it is. Hit enter. And there is your max and your min. So now all you have to do is find it. And that'll be second, trace. And I'm going to find the max first because it's to the left. And we read from left to right, most of us. Enter, right, enter, left, right there. So write that down. That's your max. 1.33 and 6.07. So it's okay, there you only need to pull up one, don't you? I'd say it's C because I don't see another 1.33 for a local max. Y'all? So that's probably your answer. Next. 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 Okay, here's another one where it supports that question that we had that was wrong. I don't understand it. This is 86, so is that even or odd? Is there a negative in here? So your answer is bravo. We got that right, but we didn't get the other one right. I don't agree with that. Because what is the ending behavior of a negative even exponent? Delta. So they both go the same direction. Y'all see what I'm saying? That other question is not correct.
So should we try to prepare for that?
No, I'm going to take it out. Okay. Here's what real zeros. You know what the real term for real zeros is? X-intercept. So you need to make that note because I don't know why they call them real zeros. It's the number that makes the function equal 0. I mean, that's your x-intercept. So I have two negative x-intercepts and one what? Positive. You need to think in terms of that. How many in all? 3. And that usually is going to coincide with the function. If you have a 2 or a 4, that's going to coincide with how many times it crosses the x-axis, usually. Check answer, we got that right. See, as you can see, some of these are not even what? Mathematical, you just have to look at it. So it's not like I'm trying to sink you on this one. All right, there we go. Here we'll do this one. I'll write it on the board. Is anything, first of all, those of you that can see it, and not sitting in the back of the room, is anything missing? 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0. No. So you can just go ahead and start. Negative 2x plus 3 into negative 8x cubed plus 18x squared minus 13x plus 6. How many times will negative 2x go into negative 8x squared cubed?
4x.
Negative 8x cubed, 12x what? And what do we always do? We always what? Subtract. So that's going to turn this into a positive and that into a negative. And what is 18x minus 12x? 6x squared, and 13x comes to help out. How many times will negative 2x go into positive 6x? Negative 3x times. Negative 3x times negative 6x is negative what? I'm sorry, positive 6x squared. And what's negative 3x times 3? You always subtract. And negative 13x plus 9x is what? Negative 4x. And you bring down the 6 to what? Help out. How many times will negative 2x go into negative 4x?
2.
That's negative 4x. And negative 2 times 3 is what? Oh, great. No remainder.
Hooray.
plus and minus, and that goes out, and that goes out. You have a 0 remainder. So your answer is 4x squared minus 3x minus 2. So which one is that? Just tell me which number that is.
It's C, I think. No, it's not C. It's D.
D? No, it's not. Y'all can't even tell me the right answer. Y'all suck.
Charlie.
I guess we got it right.
A.
Yeah, it's Z.
Back.
All right. This is a calculator drill. I told you I was going to throw a couple on there. So I'm going to let y'all do this one and pick the answer. I'm not going to do it because it'll take me an hour to punch it in with a mouse. I'll write it out for you if you can't see it. It's x to the 5th graph. Y is equal x to the 5th plus 5x to the 4th. Why'd you even show up? Minus 10x squared plus 3x plus 10. Where's your buddy at? She's not here.
I had text her because I was getting.
All right, so graph that and y'all pick the answer because I'm not going to type that in. I'm going to let y'all do that one. Now, first of all, what's your y-intercept? 10. So you know that your y-axis needs to cover at least 10. Do you need to cover 100? I don't think you need to cover 100, do you? Not with a y-intercept of 10. So I think A would be the incorrect answer. So A, let's check it by deduction. Let's see. Okay, now what's the next one that is probably way out of sequence? Delta, why? 200. If you don't need 100, why in the heck are you going to need 200? So I've narrowed it down. What? Okay, I guess I'm wrong. D is the correct answer. I guess you have to graph it. I don't know why you would need 200 with a y-intercept of 10, but evidently it's doing something funky. Let's go ahead and graph it. Oh. Evidently it's doing something funky way up on the y-axis, evidently. So y is equal to x to the 5th, x to the 5th, plus 5x to the 4th, minus x to the 3rd. Y'all have to watch and make sure I'm typing it in right. Minus 10x squared.
And at least on my calculator, it looks like it's going like up.
Plus 3x. Hold on, I'm still typing. Plus 10. Okay, graph, and of course it's probably not going to, I've got to hit zoom standard, which I doubt it's going to. Let me hit zoom fit and see if it works with zoom fit. I doubt it will. Zoom fit. There's something going right there, but yep. So I'm going to zoom out now, and then we'll look and see. I don't even know where we're at, but I'm going to go down here. Since I've got a function right down here, I'm just going to go down there and hit enter. There it is. So I'm going to hit window. I guess, okay. There it is. So look at the x. The x is from -6 to 9. So let's look at the equation. Yeah, see the -6 to 6? That's where they're getting it from on the x. The x determines on this one what the window is. Again, I don't agree with the 200 because what is the y-intercept? 10. So let's look back at the calculator graph. Yeah. I don't know why they're saying that.
Did you enter it in right? Because
Yeah.
Mine looks a lot different.
Oh, come on. All right, y'all check me. There it is. X to the 5th plus 5x to the 4th minus x cubed minus 10x squared plus 3x plus 10.
Yep, mine looked a lot different, but then I
Zoomed in.
yeah, then I zoomed in and it became that.
Okay, well now I'm going to change my window because I don't think you need that 200. I said I'm pretty much good with the 10 to 30. So I'm going to put in negative 10 and 30. Because I don't believe you need that 200. Negative 10 and, well, I didn't type in the negative. Y'all have to, negative is right here. And 30 and graph. Okay, that's why. Okay, so you see it's doing, there's your hidden behavior, but now you see why it needs to, it's going up here like you said. Didn't you say that it was doing something funky up high? Okay, see up here on the left, so that's why you need the 200. Now, would you see that if you kept fooling with it? Yes. So that's why you need the 200. Is there anything that's going to tell you that? No. This is nothing but trial and what with the calculator? Trial and error. You're not going to, there's no secret thing to look at to say, oh, well, that's going to be a y-intercept of 200. No. I mean, not a y-intercept, but a y-view, y-max of 200. What I would do probably is just maybe take out this one because the negative 100 to 100, that's just ridiculous. Okay? And then focus on these three and do it, and then type in these max and mins and see which one fits best. That's probably what I would do. Yeah.
Isn't that graph kind of like a parabola, like it's coming from the same direction?
Yeah, but it has hidden behavior, yes.
But it's odd. Like,
Yeah, because of the x to the 5th.
Yeah.
But it's not, hold on. Let me go back to the, let me change the window to, what was it, 200? 200. See, opposite directions. X to the 5th, it's going this way, and what? That way. So anytime you have an odd function, just take your highlighter. Odd function means what? It's going opposite directions. Is that what you were asking?
Yeah, because it looked.
You didn't see this side over here, yeah. That's why I still think that one problem, that number 2 problem, what number was it? Number 2 or number 3? Is that problem's incorrect. Okay, next. Polynomial function, blah, 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 blah. So here they're either wanting you to find the vertex, and this is a calculator question, so type it in. So here we go. Negative 0.1t, let me move this over so you can write it down. Negative y is equal to negative, I'm just going to clear all this, I can't deal with that. Negative 0.1 x squared plus 2x. Graph. And you're probably going to have to do a zoom standard. So I'm going to do a zoom standard or a zoom fit. Let's try zoom fit. Okay, it looks like, let's do zoom standard. If not, we'll move over. What is zoom standard? 6?
Yeah.
Okay, either way, we got to move over. So I'm going to go to zoom out. And this is a calculator drill, just like the last one. And I'm going to put the middle over there where it looks like its vertex is. And I can't see my, can y'all see my cursor? There it is. Enter.
Yeah.
And now you need to focus where? You don't have to focus really, you just need the what? After what year does the income begin to what? Give me another word for decline. Starts with a D.
Down.
Nope, but that's good. But that's not the word, it's got 2 syllables in it.
Increase.
Decrease. What have we been talking about with completing the square? Increasing and what? Decreasing. So you got to find the V what? What do you got to find? Starts with a V.
Vertex.
Vertex. Or in this case, the max. So second trace, max. And y'all would do this a whole lot faster, you know, doing it.
10.
This is a pain. With the mouse.
10.
Ukraine. Okay, so X is equal to 10. So of course, after what year? Well, they give you, okay, which one? C? After 10 years. Actually, that's not worded correctly. It should be 10th. Because it says after what year? See where I don't like the grammar there? That's not a year. Now, should that be a S? After what years? After how many years does it become? That would be 10. But the grammar's not right there. But who knows who wrote it? Probably somebody from BFE. And that's 25. So you see, and I'll tell you, there's 16 questions, bonus questions. So if there's 16 bonus questions, how many are math questions? 9. You got 9 math questions in 4.1 and 4.2. Now, you should not fuss at me for this test. Now, I'm going to go in right quick, and I'm going to change that question before I forget. This is for, y'all remind me which one it is when you see it. Hold on, edit, because I'm going to take that one out. I might take that other one out because it's wrong. Let's see. Let me just look because it doesn't have, okay, that was on there. Next. Next. See, these questions we didn't see because it pulls from different questions. So you may get this question and your neighbor may get that question. So there's different questions for number 1. Okay, y'all look for that question. I'm going to,
Here it
is that it?
Yes.
B. Okay, which one? No, B is, that is a cubic function. Now, if they said a positive cubic function, really? A positive cubic function, then that would be, I mean, this is a negative, that's a, what, a negative cubic function? That's not a correct answer, so I'm removing that one. Okay, what's next? The other one, that other one that didn't, we haven't covered. Now I'm going to go in and put 2 more questions in, but they shouldn't be. Okay, that one, let me make sure. Yeah. That. Y'all tell me when you see the other one. That one we just did. That one we just did. One like it. That one, that one, that one, that one. That one we just did. I'm still looking for the other one. It's got to be in here.
Ukrainians took it out.
Yep. There it is. Remove. Remove. I thought I removed these earlier. Remove. There. I think that does it. Now, I'm going to go through and I'm going to add some more. So, That took it down to 23 questions. So I'm going to go in here and pull up 4.2, 4.2. Let's say pull up the extremely difficult questions. No, I'm just kidding. Extremely difficult test bank. I'm just going to pick. I don't want to pick the same problem, so hold on a second. All right, I'm going to give you some easy ones. Hopefully you won't screw it up.
I might screw it up.
1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to pull that, so that's 4 questions. So that's 24. Let me give you some more of those. 4.1. Ending behavior. And which one says ending behavior? Where's ending behavior?
Right. Okay.
There it is. Is that ending behavior?
No,
Yeah.
that's right.
No, that's,
Oh.
yeah, that's hidden. Okay, I want to do this one. They're easier. Hold on. Yeah, those, hard to mess those up. All right. Save and assign next. I think 10/21st, that's when your homework's due. And let me ask you this. Am I being mean by doing that by Monday? Or am I responding to people gaffing off their homework and not doing it? Which one am I doing? I'm doing the latter because there's about 80% of you that have not even touched your 4.1 and 4.2 homework. So if you want to blame anybody for me being harsh and making it due on Monday, who do you need to blame?
Yourself.
People not doing homework. Okay? This isn't a side class, all right? This isn't a side show. This isn't a side class that you do whenever you get to it. All right? If you don't pass this class, you don't go into trig, you don't go into calculus, you don't go into biology, you don't go into, or whatever, biology 2, or chemistry 2, or chemistry 1, you don't go into physics. Okay? So I don't know why some of y'all are treating this like a side item. It's not a side item. It's starting to get on my nerves a little bit. Some of y'all are kind of gaffing me off with the homework. I realize that y'all are not, this is not the only class that you take. And I'm not asking you to do 3 sections of homework in one day. But I am asking some of you to actually make a what? Effort. And some of y'all are not even, y'all haven't even clicked on the 4.1 and 4.2 homework. And I'm talking to 80% of the class. I think one person at the Pendleton campus has actually done it. Okay? If you're not texting somebody. And I think 0% of the Oconee campus has done their homework on 4.1 and 4.2. And I think 2 or 3 people at the Anderson campus have done it. And there's 8 people here at the Anderson campus. So that means that 6 of y'all have not done it. So don't whine at all about me putting the deadline on Monday. And don't send any questions because I'm going into chapter 5 Monday. Okay? All right. So who's got questions? All right. Y'all are good to go. Work on 4.1. Get it done because I'm going into 5 Monday.
Hey, Hubert.